Don't we want good schools for all children? I can remember before we had free lunch. I went to school. I can remember going to the class, going to the cafeteria, and leaving half the class behind because they couldn't afford 20 cents a day for lunch. And we'd wrap up our extra food and bring it back so our classmates could eat. We don't want to go back there. That's immoral in a country with as much as we have.
You know, you alluded to this before. One of the phenomena we see playing across states in the South particularly is that despite the fact that those states would, in raw numerical terms, be huge beneficiaries of things like Medicaid expansion, despite the fact that they are beneficiaries in a net sense of things like the food stamp program, they are electing members of Congress, they are electing members of the state legislature who then vote against those things. How do you account for the disconnect between the needs of people in the states in the South and what their representatives are doing?
Some of it is that we have in this country a great inspirational aspiration. We think we can all become wealthy and we can all be middle class, and that's great. We should have that upwardly mobile ambition. But on the other hand, people want to distance themselves. There's a sort of an ugly undercurrent of, if you're poor in this country, it must be because you did something wrong. That there must be something wrong with you. There's not something wrong with the minimum wage. There's nothing wrong with people having stagnant wages over the last 2 decades. There's nothing wrong with not having health care. There's something wrong with you. And that is the philosophy that I think is driving people to vote against their own economic interests, frankly.